Welcome back. This is part 5 of single stack objects. In this lesson, I'd like to spend just a moment talking about how scope affects the development of objects with stacks. This concept will probably be familiar to developers, so for you non-developers, please hang in there with me for just a few minutes. I think this concept is intuitive and you'll definitely catch on. So let's start with a quick refresher on objects and stacks. In Ursa Studio, objects are tables or views, wrapped in metadata, that are used for the tracking and management of those tables or views. Within objects are stacks. Stacks are aspects of objects that enable these objects to be joined and unioned together with various data transformations applied where and as needed. Some object types have multiple stacks, but single stack objects, as you probably guessed, have only one. For my non-SQL programmers, you can think of a stack as where structured data from multiple sources can be merged together and changed to suit a particular need. The first object associated with a stack is called the stack base, which is identified by the prefix SB. In our case, the stack base is the patient assessment object. It serves as a starting point for the single stack object being created. Subsequent objects added to the stack are called linked objects because they're linked to the stack base or another linked object. Linked objects are identified with the prefix SL1, SL2, and so on. Objects in Ursa Studio that have one or more stacks are created by a series of nested subqueries in SQL. Using our single stack object as an example, the data available at the object level are restricted by the data made available at the stack level, which are restricted by the data made available by the stack base and stack linked objects. For example, with the object we're viewing, any restrictions placed on SMTRN patient assessment will impact the data available at the stack level and the object level. We only created a derived field here, so all of the stack-based objects records are available at the stack level and the object level. So the restrictions applied to stack base and stack linked objects create the availability of the records at the stack. Then any records restricted at the stack level create the availability of data at the next level, the object. The availability of columns or fields works in a similar manner. Only the fields that are published on the stack base and stack linked objects will be available in the Published Fields panel at the object level. I want to quickly offer another way of looking at scoping that you might find helpful. Looking at this visual, the innermost circle represents the stack base and linked objects, which provide the records that are available to this second circle, which is the stack. Finally, the third circle, which represents the object level, has records that are available at the stack and the published fields on the stack base and stack linked objects. Hopefully, you now have a better understanding of how scoping works within Ursa Studio. So thanks for taking a moment to review this lesson, and I will see you in the next one.